I welcome each one of you to Indian Brand and Leadership Conclave 2021, an initiative by the Brand Story. It's to highlight the theme for this evening, Resilient India, the Path Ahead. This evening will be marked by insightful keynotes, power-packed panel discussions, of course, celebration of Indian brands and leaders. Our chief guest for this wonderful evening is Shri Sandeep Singh, Minister of Haryana Sports and Youth Affairs, former captain Indian hockey team, 2 times Olympian Arjuna awardee. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, also our guest of honor for this evening. She's a renowned spiritual leader who has helped millions of people. She is a teacher of the Brahma Kumari spiritual movement in India and has been empowering so many people. We have a virtual address by Shri Kamlesh T. Patel. He is also known as Daji, a spiritual guide in Sahaj Marg system of Raja Yoga meditation. Next up, as we will now be having the virtual address by Ms. Neerja Birla. She is the founder and chairperson of the Aditya Birla Education Trust, a strong advocate in the field of education, and the chairperson of the Aditya Birla World Academy, which is a pioneering educational institute.
I'd like to convey my heartfelt thanks to the Brand Story for her Power Award. A big thank you to Mr. Abhay Kaushik, Editor-in-Chief and Director, the Brand Story, for acknowledging our work in education and mental health. I'd also like to thank my team for their commitment and dedication and for always walking the extra mile with me. I hope the conversations that we've had at the Indian Brand Leadership Conclave will go on to inspire many more people to innovate towards social change. Thank you once again.
First panel discussion for this evening, the central theme of the conclave, Resilient India, the Path Ahead.
COVID was not an invited guest actually. On the positive side, we had technology in order to get education of our choice at our homes through internet. But this pandemic forced all of us, all educational institutions, starting from nursery KG onwards till higher education and research institutions, to start using technology as a medium for continuing learning.
Only one way to see the world, and that is through our mind. So for us to become resilient, our minds have to first become resilient.
As an industry, COVID had been the biggest catalyst for us to learn, relearn things, go back to basics.
Yes, we have to begin with our own houses, own organizations, with our own population.
Second panel discussion.
The best way to do it is to build organizations that values the human potential, that values individuals' capabilities, and create an organizational culture that is positive towards mental health. And companies foster it by good mental health policy, how to provide emotional first aid and hand-holding till the time we are able to access more trained professional.
Perfect.
So we need to put all these systems in place.
So emotional first aid is what we all should make it a new normal.
We at Annapurna also face the similar challenge. We have a very large workforce of 10,000 people. A lot of them have affected with COVID. We lost some lives. How do we bring them back? We brought counselors, we brought mental health experts on board to help our team.
So it's a time to take action to make India resilient India. What changes do you expect in the way the industry works when things come to normal fully?
And in the future also, when things come back to normal, when the old normal will return, because it seems to be like everybody's getting vaccinated and events are slowly coming back. So even then, the virtual events will still be a parallel way of being, because this is a very, I would say it's a very convenient way of actually doing a show. Sometimes it saves time on travel.
The next topic of the discussion being, can India become a $5 trillion economy by 2024?
We have a problem that the demand is more than the supply at the moment. And when we talk about 5 trillion economy, now we have to see now from the from the way like the people who are providing the main raw material, who are making the mining, that this trillion doesn't go into an inflation.
I say that if we are aiming to build, say, X amount of economy, then we need to have strong, grounded individuals who can take it forward.
We have managed to carry exports worth 290 billion till February 2021, which is almost 680 million metric ton of cargo, which is again huge. So you can imagine then these seafarers, they have worked with such resilience in pandemic. If they can work like this in a pandemic, I think India's future is really bright as far as the shipping industry is concerned.
The benefit of COVID has been that people have realized that one, India has the capability, and second, India has the expertise to offer high-end medical treatment to patients. In this endeavor of reaching the 5 trillion magic figure mark, our industry would definitely contribute and play its role.
So, without further delay, let's begin with the award ceremony. Our first award goes to
honor Sister Shivani with her Power Award in the Iconic category. Miss China NC Fashion Designer and Spokesperson, BJP, as we would also like to honor her with the Her Power Award. The brand story would like to honor for Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman AICTE India, sir, for his contribution to shaping the technical education landscape in India. Next up, Ms. Shivani Kashyap, Bollywood singer, as we would like to honor her with the Her Power Award. Next up, I would request Mr. Dibyajyoti Patnaik, Director, Annapurna Finance Private Limited, to please join us on stage as we would like to honor him. I would request Mr. Mario Smith, Managing Director, Lingle Windows Technologies Private Limited. India's Greatest Workplace Award goes to Star Union Daiichi Life Insurance Company Limited. We're honored to have amongst us Mr. Prashant Sharma, Chief Investment Officer, and Mr. Dinesh Bhojwani, Head HR, on stage to receive this award. I would request AS Agri and Aqua LLP, Mr. Prateek Sharma, Shri Prashant Zade, to please join us on stage. We would also congratulate Shri Prashant Zade to receive the India's Top Mind Award. Congratulations. We'd like to invite Mr. Ankit Gupta, Chief Financial Officer, Dollar Industries. We have our next awardee of the India's Admirable Brands, NEC Corporation India. I would request Ms. Priyanka Sethi. Moving on, I would request One Broadband Services to please join us on stage. Next recipient is of the India's Greatest Workplace goes to Pinnacle Teleservices Private Limited. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it goes to E-Motorrad. Next up, Ajinkya D.Y. Patil University, Pune. The next and well-deserved name for the India's most admirable brands is Fridun Pharmaceuticals Limited. The next one goes to TUDIP Technologies, customer-focused, revolutionary technology and IT service company that helps clients achieve the best results through integrity and innovation. It'll be an honor to have on stage Ms. Deepti Agarwal, co-founder, CEO, and Mr. Tushar, co-founder and CTO on stage. Congratulations to both of you. The next award is Young Leader Award 40 Under 40. Goes to Jay Prakash Reddy, Chief Business Officer of Jain Skills. Next award goes to Lokmanya Orthopedics, India's most admirable brand. Next up, I would request Sujata D. Sharma, leading clinical psychologist. Next up, I would request all of you to please put your hands together for Miss Tina Sabharwal. Once again, we'd like to honor her with the Her Power Award. Please put your hands together for Miss Priyanka Bhargav, a spiritual life coach. Can we have you on stage? Next award is for FADA, the Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. Next one goes to Neeraj Chopra, founder Zobox. Next award category is the Leader of Hope. It is a celebration of socially aware leadership during the chaos. I call on stage Mr. Pranav Shukla, President, Anadi Seva Prakalp. The next one goes to
Dr. Anil Muradkar, MD of Mirachem Industries, an industrialist, philanthropist, humanitarian.
Dr. Avdesh Sharma, Consultant Wellbeing, India's leading psychiatrist. Next up, I would request Mr. Vinkesh Gulati, President, Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. The next category is the iconic brand. First award goes to ICFI for academic excellence and future success. The next segment is India's Top Mind, and we'd like to award Sabyasachi Goswami.
The next award goes to Sri Pulela Gopichand. Next award goes to Dr. Biswajit Saha.
Next up, Tunbul E Motors Private Limited. The next name is M3M India. I would request Mr. Pankaj Bansal, also as India's Top Mind. Let's watch an exclusive interview with leading brands and leaders of the nation.
Namaste ji. I would like to thank Brand Story and Mr. Abhay Kaushik, Managing Director, Brand Story, for inviting me to speak on this prestigious forum. During the last 18 or 19 months, we have all been witnessing one of the largest humanitarian crises in recent history. We are still in the process of emerging from this stagnation and can learn so much from our own history, which offers us many lessons in how to be resilient. We have been active in the fight against the pandemic, offering preventive measures to the world, such as yoga, meditation, and Ayurveda, as well as making our own vaccines and mobilizing our frontline workers. But we still have a long way to go if we are to once more become a nation worthy of our ancestral heroes.
To complement Dr. Abhay Kaushik and the brand story, resilient India and her power is most important. Post-COVID, we have realized that we all need to focus on health and mental health particularly. There are so many projects that people are doing but not realizing that it is the woman of the house that really needs to be healthy and in a strong mind space. So congratulations to all the organizers and to the Indian brand story. Obviously, one would want that we as a country, when the Prime Minister talks about Atmanirbhar Bharat, we all lead by example, but when you appreciate brands, only then do they grow.
This evening by the brand story. Thank you so much to the brand story for bestowing me with this wonderful award. And especially in these times, these are trying times, and these endeavors are happening to actually encourage people from different walks of life to actually, feel elated and encouraged in their different fields.
I'm really thankful to the brand story, Dr. Abhay Kaushik ji, for choosing me for this prestigious honor and honoring me with this great quote as leader of hope. Grateful to them, 100% grateful to them. Friends, we have all had very tough times. COVID 2019 has been disastrous. It is basically about the legacy which one has to understand. If my grandfather or my late grandfather and my father now has really nurtured me in that pattern to give back to society, it will continue. It's all within your genes. And that's what even we have been taught, and I'm taking it forward. This pandemic has disturbed each one of us. Initially, when this all happened, we started with distributing of sanitizers, face masks, food grains, essential medicines, and so on. Whatever bit we could really do, we have tried our best to do it. And friends, it's still not over. It still continues. People, or rather people like us, or we all at large, have taken it for granted that COVID is over. No, my friends, it is still a challenge for all of us to ensure we all sail through very comfortably, very smoothly. As far as mankind is concerned, we try and give back to people who have really lost their jobs. It's all about the word sustainability. Let's do something where they can have a proper living for themselves. Whatever bit we can, we should keep continuing to it. At least if we are not able to see that, the generation next will be surely looking forward to turn this nation as Sone Ki Chidiya once again.
It is a real privilege of being here tonight, and it's a fantastic feeling after the award, of being awarded, and especially it was a live event that we could see, we could be there, we could have the feeling the way it was. It's just wonderful, it's amazing.
The brand story, Indian Brand Leadership Conclave is a very interesting event to recognize talent, to recognize leadership, to recognize brands.
We are a communication solutions company, and our team is full of talented people who have contributed in their own capacities. The recognitions are, of course, the boosters for anyone, and that's how we also keep our team doped with it. It's a great effort, recognizes the efforts of the teams, the companies, the brands.
thank you Brand Story for getting us here. It's a great motivation to have young companies like us to get this award in the electric vehicle space.
I am extremely happy to be a part of Brand Story today, and after such a long time we've got this opportunity to meet everyone, to network with everyone. So absolutely a great opportunity, a great platform to be recognized at. Thank you so much, Brand Story, for all this recognition.
A big congratulations to Brand Story and its team for organizing such a wonderful Indian brand leadership conclave, Resilient India.
It was an honor to be part of Indian Brand and Leadership Conclave organized by the Brand Story. It was of course indeed a matter of great pride for us to be part of this conclave, and we have been administered the most admirable brand in the hosiery sector, manufacturing sector for the year 2021 by the Brand Story.
Thank you to Brand Story for awarding this prestigious award, Top Minds of India. Thank you to Mr. Abhay Kaushik, MD Brand Story, and Dr. Nivedita Shreyans for inviting me for Resilient India Conclave organized and hosted by Brand Story.
Thank you for watching today's episode of India's Brand and Leadership Conclave. We will be back with yet another episode of leading brands and leaders of the nation. Until then, take care and stay tuned. Welcome to the second part of Indian Brand and Leadership Conclave, featuring leading brands and leaders of the nation. Today, we will showcase leading brand and leaders and will share with the nation inspiring stories of top brands, entrepreneurs and leaders with comprehensive details about everything that played a part for them in achieving success. So, without further delay, let's see our first brand story.
Founded in year 2009, Star Union Dai-ichi Life Insurance is a joint venture between two of India's leading banks, Bank of India, Union Bank of India and Dai-ichi Life Holdings, a leading life insurance company from Japan. SUD Life, as we like to call ourselves, has a strong distribution footprint with a network of around 15,000 bank branches and is catering to more than 90 lakh customers. We are committed to providing insurance products that cater to the various needs of people in our country. We pride ourselves on the values of passion, simplicity, integrity, humility, and also ownership. And we aspire to become a trustworthy partner to all our customers. When the COVID pandemic shook the world, protection became the need of the hour, and it was important for us to create a fast and transparent digital processes with strong customer focus, data analytics, and risk management capabilities. We rapidly digitized our operations on the customer onboarding side, and various initiatives were taken to actually support the employees for a seamless work experience from home. A COVID committee was also formed to ensure all safety protocols were in place and help could reach our people in time. Extensive training was conducted on virtual platforms, and through continuous engagements with the people, we ensured that the confidence and morale of the team was always high. We have implemented a comprehensive digitization footprint through contactless customer acquisition and new business processes by means of various internal assets like DigiQuick mobility solutions, and also by integrating with both our partner banks. Considering the increasing demand for the digitized processes, we are also revamping our customer lifecycle management, giving a rich experience and a great convenience to all our customers.
ICFI, or Institution of Chartered Financial Analysts of India, as it is originally known, marked its entry into the Indian higher education system with the launch of CFA program. The CFA program has been a runaway hit. Ever since, the program innovation has become part of the DNA of ICFI. In 1995, we launched business schools, and from year 2000 onwards, we launched universities. All in all, in the last 35 years, we have been able to establish 11 private universities, 9 ICFI business schools, 7 ICFI tech schools, and 7 ICFI law schools. We are present in about 16 states, and we have been trying our best to pioneer professional education in this country. In the last 15 years or so, it must be mentioned that we have built a center of excellence called Case Research Center. The Case Research Center does deep dive into various opportunities of dilemma in the world of management, in the world of entrepreneurship, business, social enterprise, public policy, so on and so forth, and come out with case studies. These case studies have been well accepted from business schools and institutions all over the world. In the days to come, I'm sure ICFI Group will focus on a lot of courses on design, analytics, healthcare, agri-tech, so on and so forth. ICFI has been able to take quality education to the nook and corner of this country. The mission of ICFI is to identify ordinary students and build them into extraordinary corporate professionals and responsible citizens who will be useful for the country and the society at large. During the pandemic, ICFI has shown its mettle with its amazing learning management system, which was built about 8 years back, with the foresight that the future of learning will have to be online and offline together, which is nothing but hybrid learning system. Every year continuously are recognized by various bodies, both government and private. ICFI stands on 3 fundamental tenets: innovation, innovation in program design, curriculum, and the approaches of pedagogy. Second is technology. Cutting-edge technology will be used to deliver these innovative programs to ensure that there is no gap, whether it is pandemic or otherwise. And the third is entrepreneurial mindset. Every student who is graduating from ICFI anywhere in the country will bear this entrepreneurial mindset, which means they are ready to take risk and ownership in any job that is given to them. Jai Hind.
One Broadband, when we were re-questioning the brand about 5 years back and coming up with a new branding for our services, that's when we took a step back and thought that what would be a simple way to put together our existence, our services for our customers, and points that we had factored in our mind, which we sat down, brainstormed internally with the teams and of course our larger audience with the branding agencies, and we came up with a 3-letter word because that was one of the boundaries that we had set aside for, and that's when the brand ONE, ONE, was coined. And ONE to us was oneness for our customers, and our customers being the family, snacking entertainment at their home. So the One Wire was our vision, to bring one wire to the customer's home, which is now going forward the fiber, and that fiber to home connection brings all forms of connectivity, whether voice, data, video. And one also becomes the oneness of, in our Hindu mythology, of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, which is denoting as completeness. And One Wire bringing in completeness to our customers made us bring entertainment to their home. And entertainment we defined, or rather redefined, as entertainment spelling with I, internet. Internet powering the entertainment, known as entertainment. And we formed our company name as One OTT Entertainment Limited, which stands out, or acronyms as OIL, oil. At One Broadband, we redefined that internet is the newfound oil. So we put together our vision very simple: to connect people with internet, a high-speed internet in their home or their offices, because we are not into mobile internet. We connect people in homes and offices, and this way we bring our contribution to the nation for digital inclusion. And more so in today's world, I think the corona phase has taught us, or rather we have experienced, that the corona on one side, has been a global, pandemic which has touched and affected and impacted very adversely the human life. But on the other side, if you look at it, internet has really stood and tested the times and being a single differentiating silver lining to connect people and yet do what they were doing before Corona. One broadband, we were one of the few service providers during this phase of 6 quarters of Corona so far who did not pass a single extra cost which we took on our bottom line of 40% additional internet bandwidth cost coming to our bottom line. And that's how we maintained customer experience and customer responsiveness for our customers. And when we get our mission, our customer responsiveness ricocheted by the market by getting to be acknowledged and recognized as India's most admirable brand, that further makes us more stronger, further makes us more ready for taking on our customers' expectations and listening to them even more because the standards have gone up.
We are the only revolutionary company with soil-based vertical farming as our product and services. We are here to revolutionize agriculture. The company was started by Dr. Prashant Zade, our chairman, who has patented this technology in soil-based vertical farming. Our present crop is turmeric, the need of the hour in pandemic, which is a huge immunity booster. We grow the best turmeric in the world in large volumes. We produce 100 acres worth of yield in an acre, that being the prime focus. Today's agriculture suffers from various problems, as much as in more rain, less rain, water contamination, soil contamination, and no proper technology to monitor anything. We have covered all these variants and made technology affordable for agriculture to be implemented. We have implemented this over 500 different projects across India. Today, we are leading the world in soil-based vertical farming with projects as much as far from UK, Morocco, Turkey, and the UAE. The key leadership values that build my brand and my company today come from our chairman, Dr. Prashant Zade. Dr. Prashant Zade is an engineer by profession, has been in the industry for a while, and is keen to derive solutions. Thinking out of the box is something that comes naturally to AS Agri and Aqua LLP. And last but not the least, compassionate. Dr. Prashant Zade comes from a very mediocre farming family out of Maharashtra, which has been growing turmeric for ages. That's where he got the insight of the problems faced by the farmers today. That's where he went out to find the solutions. So we are a compassionate company for the smallest possible farmer out here in the country and help him get a multifold yield, get a better crop, and get a sustainable living. The way forward for my company and my brand is to be the biggest agricultural company in the world. We have already proven ourselves by pioneering soil-based vertical farming. We are the only company with 32 crops in multifold yield in an acre of land. We are also entering the area of organic bioenzymes, organic biostimulants, and organic pesticides.
लेकिन जब ये अवार्ड हम लोग लेते हैं तो इसके साथ में एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी आता है और ये जिम्मेदारी हम लोग फुलफिल करेंगे, ऐसा मैं आप सबको एक वादा करता हूँ। जैसे हमारे CEO साहब ने आपको बताया होगा कि कंपनी के बारे में हम लोग क्या क्या कर रहे हैं अकेले, लेकिन आज मैं ये बोलना चाहूँगा कि मैंने अकेले ने शुरुआत किया था, लेकिन आज ये पहला कंपनी है जहाँ पे 14 डायरेक्टर ROC में रजिस्टर्ड है, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर, उसमें सब साइंटिस्ट और सब इंजीनियर है। मैंने 40 नॉन एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर भी लिए है, उसको हम लोग पार्टनर बोलेंगे क्योंकि LLP कंपनी है, तो नॉन एग्जीक्यूटिव पार्टनर 40 लोग। ये पहला कंपनी होगा जहाँ पे 54 डायरेक्टर्स एक साथ एक छत के नीचे काम कर रहे हैं और सारे इंजीनियर हैं। ये एक सब कुछ जुड़े हुए कॉमन कॉज के लिए एग्रीकल्चर एंड एक्वाकल्चर। हम लोगों का थिंकिंग एकदम सिंपल है, हम लोग चाहते हैं कि फार्मर का उत्पन्न बढ़े।
We are a micro-lending company based out of Bhubaneswar and are operating in 900 locations in India through our feet on street of 8,000 people. We are serving 2 million households for their economic security and empowering them across the country, particularly women. This pandemic was unprecedented for all of us. It was a very challenging time, and thanks to my team, which strongly came out and resilient in our company, and to the Indian Economic sector also is pretty resilient. The people at the bottom of the pyramid, which always face a lot of disaster in their life, have always are very resilient in nature, and so as this pandemic also, they have dealt very well, I would say, and we have come back to the normal business again with a lot of shift now moved to digitization and all. I think we will be continuing to keep helping our people building a more resilient society. Great to receive this award. Thanks to the Brand Story team that have chosen us for this brand award this year, and we wish that we will continue to serve the people and take our brand name to a larger and larger section of people.
It's a pleasure for me to speak about the Ajinkya D.Y. Patil University. Ajinkya D.Y. Patil University is about 6 years old now. Presently, it offers more than 80 undergraduate, postgraduate and PhD level programs across 9 disciplines and numerous different kind of unique and niche program offerings. It's a university which has gained momentum in each year of our operation. It is also known as an innovation university. We know that today's generation is a different generation, and naturally it needs to be taught in a different manner. And that's what we keep finding on ways and means to reach out to this generation in the most effective manner. At the forefront of many areas like design, engineering, film and media, law, and many more. The university offers unique programs like automobile design. It offers programs in business innovation. It offers programs in medical biotechnology, and so on. There are numerous such programs which are the need of the hour, which are important for the future and which are critical for the growth of our country. The campuses have been shut. The traditional method in which education was being imparted have completely come to a halt, at least till now. We hope that the campuses open soon. We hope that we will be able to meet our students again back on the campus. We were the most effective education possible, and that's what we are calling as a new approach at ADYPU, that is what is liquid learning. Liquid learning is what would be deployed across our campus once we are reopened, and it is at that time we would incorporate both the elements of face-to-face, online, experiential, and also the peer learning all together into the complete learning delivery ecosystem.
We are a group of orthopedic hospitals in western part of India and provide care from primary orthopedics to tertiary level super specialty orthopedic services. Presently, we have 5 super specialty hospitals which are catering about and which have facility of about 450 beds with almost 30 odd operation theaters, which are highest quality operation theaters. All our hospitals are NABH recognized hospitals. We are amongst top 3 hospitals as far as the number goes. We performed almost 6,000 plus orthopedic surgery or arthroplasty surgeries, that is joint replacement surgeries, in last year. And when pandemic struck, we had to suddenly change and go to different mode. We had to convert our ICUs, trauma centers, and tertiary level ICUs, surgical ICUs into COVID ICUs. We have a dedicated line of super specialist doctors, consultants, which are full-time attached with us. As far as the robotics joint replacement surgery goes, I think we are amongst the top 3 hospitals as far as the number of robotic joint replacements are done across the globe. So we are not only the Indian leaders but also the global leaders as far as this super specialties of orthopedics is concerned. The tough times don't last, tough people do. So we will go on fighting. We will continue to march forward, provide affordable and extremely high quality healthcare services to our needy patients. I think it is really apt to get recognized as a resilient India. Thank you very much again for the Brand Story Appreciation Award, and I really feel very happy and honored to, on behalf of Lokmanya Group of Hospitals, to receive this award.
Today I feel really honored and humbled to receive this award on behalf of Gold and Sri Bajrang Alliance Limited. We thank the jury for selecting us for the same. Gold is poised to be a game changer in the vegetarian frozen food industry. Gold belongs to the Goel Group of Company, the leading business house of Central India. The hallmark of Sri Bajrang Alliance Limited is not only to aim profitability, but also to develop its sector parallelly. We have started developing and strengthening the farmers of our region. Half of our produce is consumed by our farms and is procured locally. With our latest technologies in plant and the right talent from across the globe has made it possible for Gold to be a game changer in the frozen food industry. Our vision and mission is to have ethical and good business practices so that the consumers across the globe accept us. We have a strong footprint in 7 cities across the country and also various different countries globally. Our current offerings are Indian breads, snacks, desserts and cut vegetables. We ensure that each and every pack of Gold is checked thoroughly with its quality and wholesomeness. Post the pandemic, the rise of frozen food increased because the consumer demanded something which was hygienic and safe. Sri Bajrang Alliance Limited not only believes to take from the society, but also to give back to the society. We on regular basis keep on doing lot of smaller and different various projects in health and education sectors in our surrounding. We also focus on women empowerment, where more than 40% of our factory workers are the women of our society.
So Tunwal E-Motors, it was started around 7-8 years back. Yeah, and yes, now after 7-8 years, we are manufacturing almost 200 vehicles every day. And we have more than 12 petrol expense, and it's very expensive for the common people. We have two types of vehicle. One is high speed and second is low speed. Why we are coming here? Because Resilient India, this is the good platform for the growth the company. So please go through the Resilient India also, because we are coming by them only. That's the reason I am taking their name. So please, thank you. Please go through our Tunwal E-Motors vehicles and please buy the vehicles.
Thank you for watching today's episode of India's Brand and Leadership Conclave. We will be back with yet another episode of leading brands and leaders of the nation. Until then, take care and stay tuned.